You know, some stories are so wild they just have to be made up. But the one we're going to talk about today is not only completely true, it's officially documented. It is the impossible story of one man caught in the crosshairs of history not once, but twice.
Our story starts on a date that would change the world forever, August 6th, 1945. For pretty much everyone on Earth, it was just another Monday. And we're in the city of Hiroshima, Japan. People are heading to work, kids are going to school, just a totally normal morning with no idea of what was about to happen. And then the clock hits 8:15 in the morning. A single moment, really, suspended between the very last second of normal life and the beginning of a whole new terrifying age. You know, survivors didn't really describe a loud noise at first. What they remembered was this: a silent, all-consuming, brilliant white light. In one flash, the world was changed. So among the hundreds of thousands of people caught in the atomic bombings of Japan, there is only one person, just one, officially recognized by the Japanese government as having survived them both. And his name was Tsutomu Yamaguchi. So the obvious question is, how? How is that even possible? Well, let's start with the first ordeal, his experience in Hiroshima. Okay, so Yamaguchi wasn't a soldier or anything. He was a 29-year-old engineer working for Mitsubishi. He was only in Hiroshima on a 3-month business trip. And when the bomb went off, he was just about 3 kilometers from the epicenter. The blast was so powerful, it threw him into a ditch. It ruptured his eardrums, made him temporarily blind, and gave him severe burns. He somehow survived, but he was literally in hell on earth. In his own words, he described it with just pure gut-level terror. For him, and for so many others, it truly felt like the end of the world had arrived in a flash of light. Now, what happened next is almost as unbelievable as surviving the blast itself. He didn't just stay put. He decided to go on a journey that would connect these two centers of absolute destruction. Even with all those horrible injuries, he had one single thought driving him: I have to get home. Home to his wife and son who lived in Nagasaki. So wrapped in bandages, he gets on an overnight train and travels across a shattered country, just trying to get back to the people he loved. So he manages to escape one devastated city, only to arrive in another just as its own fate was about to be sealed. And this brings us to the second, just unbelievably cruel part of his story: Nagasaki. I mean, you can't make this up. It's August 9th. Yamaguchi, still covered in bandages, is in his office in Nagasaki trying to explain to his boss, who doesn't believe him, that a single bomb had just wiped out the city of Hiroshima. He's describing this unimaginable event as it's literally about to happen all over again. And then it did. He looked out the window and saw it again. The exact same horrifying, silent white light that had torn Hiroshima apart. The second atomic bomb had found him. And this is where the story just defies all logic and probability. Look at the insane parallels here. In both Hiroshima and Nagasaki, he was the exact same distance from ground zero, 3 kilometers. It's like fate was playing some kind of horrifying joke. So for the second time in 3 days, he's thrown to the ground. His fresh bandages are ripped from his body, but this time he stumbles through the brand new ruins of his own hometown. He wasn't looking for a doctor, he was looking for his family. And somehow, against every odd imaginable, he found them, alive and safe in a shelter. Surviving the initial blasts was one thing, but living with the consequences, the radiation, the memories, the cost, that was a whole other battle. This was the beginning of the next chapter of his life: building a life after hell. You know, in Japan, there's a specific word for the survivors of the atomic bombs. They're called hibakusha. It means explosion-affected person, and it's a term that carries so much weight, a lifetime of both physical and emotional scars. But Yamaguchi, he was part of an even smaller, almost mythical group, Niju Hibakusha. It means double explosion-affected person, a double survivor. For most of his life, it was just a story told among friends and other survivors. This timeline really shows you the incredible arc of his life. For more than 60 years, he just lived. He battled radiation sickness, he raised a family, and he mostly kept his story to himself. It wasn't until 2009, just 1 year before he passed away at the age of 93, that the Japanese government finally made it official, recognizing his unique status as a double survivor. But in his final years, his story became something more than just survival. He broke his silence to become a powerful advocate for peace. He took all of that impossible suffering and turned it into a plea for the entire world, a message he earned at an unimaginable cost. When you get right down to it, the story of Tsutomu Yamaguchi is a statistical anomaly, a 1 in billions fluke. But it really forces us to ask a much bigger question. It's not just about luck, is it? So what does a story like this actually teach us about that stubborn, incredible human will to just keep going no matter what the world throws at you?